So if you want to be able to do a full handstand push-up, keep watching the video and I'll show you how. So the handstand push-up is one of those super impressive moves that you can just do anywhere, just flat on the ground, and people find it very impressive. So it is one of those skills that you kind of want to learn. So yeah, let's just get into it. Before you start learning the handstand push-up, you obviously need to be comfortable with the handstand. So you should be able to hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds. If you don't know how to handstand yet, I do have a video on how to do that. So you can click that, and then once you can do the handstand, you can move on to some progressions. So the first part is just strengthening your shoulders and your overhead pressing. So we're gonna start off with some pike push-ups. And with all these exercises, as well as the handstand itself, you can do them on parallettes or flat on the ground. It's really your preference. There's like pros and cons to each, but just pick what you're more comfortable with. But with the pike push-ups, pretty simple exercise. I've seen it a lot. It's just to strengthen your shoulders and get that overhead pressing. You just want to work your way up to being able to do at least 12 to 15. Then you can move on to the next exercise, which is elevated pike push-ups. So same exercise, just your feet are just a little bit higher off the ground to put some more body weight into those shoulders. So you're actually pushing more. But yeah, those two are super important for starting to build that overhead pressing. But if you've already reached that point of like elevated pike push-ups for 12 to 15 reps as well, you want to start moving on to one of the best exercises for the free handstand push-up, which is the wall handstand push-up. So with the wall handstand push-up, it is probably the only exercise you really need to build up to it. And once you can do some wall handstand push-ups, the big thing you want to keep in mind is you'll see a lot of people doing the wall handstand push-ups with their backs against the wall. If your focus is to get the handstand push-up, you need to go chest to wall, otherwise you're not simulating the actual handstand push-up itself. So make sure you're doing chest to wall handstand push-up. So while you're working on those wall handstand push-ups, I would suggest you continue to do those push-ups. You should work your way up to like 9 to 12 reps of very solid wall handstand push-ups. These are the best exercise for unlocking the freestanding one. You're just eliminating all of the balancing aspects to the movements. So just focusing on purely strength. However, it is a lot better if you also add a couple of these other exercises that I'm about to show you, and that will for sure get you that full skill. And one of those exercises is going to be the bent arm handstand hold. Pretty much just doing a handstand with bent arms, which is the bottom portion of the handstand push-up. So you'll see why strengthening this one position is very important, and hold this position is super useful if you want to unlock that push-up. So if you combine the wall handstand push-ups, the bent arm handstand holds, just keep doing that, and then within weeks you'll probably unlock that full handstand push-up. But if you still cannot get it there, that's totally fine. There is one more exercise that will truly help, and that I did so many times until I can fully push my way back up, which are handstand push-up negatives. Pretty obvious. You're stronger going down in the negative portion of any exercise than you are going up or the positive. So strengthening that negative, it's going to be a lot easier. You're getting used to that motion of balancing as you're going down. Whenever you can, you just try and go back up, but if you can't, totally fine. Kick back up to the handstand, do another negative, come back down, kick up to the handstand, do another negative. Keep doing that. Mix that with your wall handstand push-ups as well as your bent arm holds, and you will for sure unlock that handstand push-up in no time. So a big tip when perfecting the handstand push-up, keep your core nice and engaged so you don't get that weird arched back. You also want to make sure that when you're doing push-up, you're kind of leaning forward a little bit so your legs can go back. So you're not going like straight up and down, you're kind of going on an angle. It's okay if your handstand looks not as pretty to begin with. That's totally fine, as long as you know that it's a work in progress and you're actively trying to fix your form, and then after a while get that nice perfect handstand push-up. So this video isn't too complicated. I'm just trying to get that information out there. I hope it is helpful to you, and if it has been, please leave a like. That will be truly appreciated. And if you haven't, subscribe to the channel. I post videos every single week, mainly about calisthenics. So yeah, subscribe, leave a like, and peace out.